Hi, I'm Beck and food's my life. Is there anything better than sticky date pudding? Well, there might be, because I've recently stumbled across a recipe for sticky date cheesecake slice and I'm making it today. Coming right up. So the recipe I'm making today is actually a Thermomix recipe and it is truly sensational. I've made it a couple of times and I love it. So then I thought, I need to make this recipe accessible for anybody, even if you don't own a Thermomix. So I've adapted it slightly and I'm going to show you how you can do it today. First of all, I'll just go through the ingredients with you. You need 100 grams of butternut biscuits, 40 grams of unsalted butter, 1 egg lightly whisked, 2 teaspoons of sifted plain flour, 375 grams of cream cheese at room temperature. I have 130 grams of pitted dried dates and I have minced them quite finely with my knife. I have 65 grams of caster sugar, and for the caramel sauce I have 200 grams of brown sugar, 250 grams of cream, and 130 grams of unsalted butter. Okay, first step, you need to line your tin. So you could probably use a square cake tin. I'm using a 27 by 15 centimeter large loaf tin for this particular slice, and I've just roughly lined that with some paper. So the first thing is we've got to crush down those biscuits. So I'm going to use my food processor. You can put them in a bag and crush it with a rolling pin or however you like to do it, but this is nice and easy. So in the biscuits go. Give that a bit of a pulse. Now the biscuits should be nice and fine. And I'm going to add that 40 grams of unsalted butter that I have now melted. So I'll just tip that in. And now I'm just going to give that another whiz. Okay, so all that biscuit is now nicely crushed and it's got plenty of that butter. We're going to use this now to press into the bottom of our prepared tin. Okay, so I've pressed that biscuit crumb into the base of my tin, and by the way, I actually found that original tin was a bit too big, so I've scaled down a size and now I'm using a more conventional size loaf tin. So this is 25 by 12 centimeters and I think that's just right. I'm going to pop that in the fridge now for about 30 minutes just to chill while I'm going to work on the next stage. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to cream together the cheese and the caster sugar, and I'm also going to add a couple of teaspoons of vanilla extract as well. So in they go. Sugar and about 2 teaspoons. Yeah. All right, now the idea is we want to cream them together until it's nice and smooth. Okay, so I've been creaming that together for about 3 minutes or so and it looks lovely and smooth. At this stage I'm going to stop and I'm going to add that egg and that plain flour, and I'm going to get the beaters on it again just until that's nicely mixed through. You don't want to overbeat it, but it's really important to stop every now and then and to scrape down the sides so you know everything's being well incorporated. Okay, final step is to add those lovely dates. So the dates really are the star of this dish and it gives this cheesecake a beautiful caramel flavour. So I'm going to tip them in, but they do tend to stick. So it's really important now that we fold it through to try and make sure that those dates have mixed evenly throughout the mixture. Okay, now it's time to pour that beautiful filling into our prepared tin. There you go. Perfect. Now I've been warming up my oven at 160 degrees Celsius. I'm going to bake this cheesecake now for about 25 minutes or until it's just set. Once it's cooked, I'm going to turn the oven off, leave the door open just slightly and let it cool in the oven before I chill it in the fridge. So while my cake is in the oven, I'm going to prepare the caramel sauce, and this is simple. I'm just going to use a saucepan that I used previously to melt my butter, and I'm going to add the 3 ingredients, the brown sugar, butter and cream, melt them all in there together, stirring as I go on a medium heat. Then I'm going to bring it up to a boil and then simmer. I'm going to simmer as long as it takes until I can see that that caramel sauce is starting to thicken. So now it's been a few hours and I've baked my cheesecake, I've cooled it in the oven and I've chilled it in the fridge. So now it's time for the cutting. Alright, here we go. That looks sensational. All those lovely little pieces of dates in there. I can't wait for the taste test. So, there's only one way to do it, and that's to eat this with a good serving of that caramel sauce on top. Okay, let's see. Oh wow. That's sensational. That caramel sauce just finishes it off really well. You've got to try this for yourselves, guys. And if you're a sticky date pudding lover, then here's an interesting little spin on your favorite dessert. Perfect for the summertime, and keep the sticky date pudding for the winter perhaps. I should probably stop eating and I should continue cutting, because I'm going to deliver this to a friend tomorrow who loves sticky date pudding, so I'm going to surprise her with my sticky date twist. So now it's your turn. Why don't you go ahead and check out the description box below. Go to my website where you'll find the recipe for this beautiful sticky date cheesecake slice and make it for yourself. Please don't forget to like my videos, share my videos, or most importantly, subscribe to my channel so you always know what I'm up to in the kitchen. And I'll see you next time.